I don't want to have to look back and say that I walked away from something when I could have kept going with it. I started playing football when I was in 3rd grade. My brother did it, and it looked fun at the time. You got to hit people, which is something that kind of intrigued me. In high school, linebacker was a position that to me was like the most fun, and it required a lot of post-snap thinking and reacting, and I just liked hitting people. And on offense, you don't really like hit people as much. Defense, you kind of deliver that below.
Low snap, good pressure, and a sack is made. That was Jacob White.
Coming out of high school, I just had one offer from South Dakota State and visited, didn't really fall in love with it. Took my last one here to Ball State, and I loved it here. After I signed, I just waited a couple months for them to kind of tell me what the game plan was.
When I first got here, obviously, he was a young guy in the program, young man, and just kind of coming on to his own. And, you know, he was behind some good linebackers early in his career here. So he had to wait his turn, he had to be patient. But I think you could see from him just his work ethic. He put the work into it. He was never caught off guard by the transition from high school to college.
It's a process, and you have to trust and you have to have faith that what you're doing is going to allude to wins in the end of the day.
Right there. And it worked out to their favor.
It was the last play of the UAB game before the half, and he broke free past the second level, and I was kind of pursuing him from the back, and I kind of saw the ball was exposed, and I went to punch the ball out and missed, and then punched his elbow. I broke my second metacarpal and had to have surgery on it, where I have a plate and 4 screws in it now, and I'll have that for the rest of my life.
It was tough for him to play with that, but never made any excuses. Got back out there as fast as he could. Just what he's all about in terms of character, and you know, love having guys like that.
At the end of the day, I mean, Jacob's a competitor, you know, and I wouldn't want my linebackers to be any other way.
Just because a little bit of adversity is thrown your way doesn't mean you have to run away from it. I just kind of like taking it head on, and an injury like that, in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't really a big injury.
He's on a constant mission to prove those guys that are naysayers, that, oh, you're not quite tall enough, you're not quite fast enough, you're not quite big enough, you're not quite strong enough, to prove them wrong.
You know, he's one of those guys that when the game is over, you get on the bus, you know that Jacob White leaves everything that he's got on the field every single game.
I'm motivated to work hard with fear of not living up to my full potential. Football is that anchor in my life, and without it, I have no idea where I would be or what I'd be doing. It's definitely a part of me. People always say sport's not like who you are, it's what you do. But for me, I'd say it's who I am for sure.